Hey guys, welcome to Wednesday on Geeks of the Week. I'm Luluco, and it is Wednesday. So, real quick, sorry for not being here last week. I have had kind of a shitty week as far as anxiety and things goes. Nothing real world problems, just an amalgamation of things, a lot of them cosplay related. So that's great. Anyway, I'm here now, and I just dressed up extra kawaii for you guys. I got my Sonico wig and headphones in the mail last week, and I hadn't tried them on properly yet, so I figured I don't feel super kawaii, but maybe if I just try to look the part, it'll make me feel better. I don't know if it's working, but I'm here. So anyway, Steph asked us last week if there's a long-running series that we were really sad when it ended, and I am always generally kind of sad when things end. There's a couple of animes I've been really sad about ending. Kill la Kill, obviously. Don't even talk to me about the whole Ouran High School Host Club has left in my heart. But those aren't really long-running series, so things like Buffy was mentioned, and Nikki went on this beautiful tirade, not tirade, whatever the word is, about how Harry Potter was such a big part of her life. And as you guys know, it was for my life too, but what she said is so beautiful, I don't want to try and even compete with it. But actually the first thing that came to mind, because I thought we were talking about just purely TV shows, is Desperate Housewives. No joke, I watched Desperate Housewives from the night the first episode aired up until its finale. And to give you some perspective on that, it started airing when I was in junior high and finished when I was in college. So that is a long time to be invested in a TV show, and I know it sounds kind of silly, but I think I've mentioned before that my mom isn't as into she's not really into nerdy things at all. She only likes Harry Potter. So we tend to bond over TV shows and things like that and other books, and so Desperate Housewives was a really big one for us. And we would watch it together every Sunday night, and then when I went off to college, one of my favorite things to do at the end of a stressful week would be to lay in bed with a burrito or some sushi or sometimes both and catch up on Desperate Housewives so we could talk about it afterwards. So, stupid as it is, that show actually kind of has a lot of sentimental value to me, and I swear to God, the second Netflix finally puts it up, you won't see me for a week. That's just what I'll be doing. Anyway, so, Baby J asked us what games we're excited for, and I wanted to say, Baby J, I think it's rad that every week you're running down all the games that are coming out, because as you've noticed, we all like games, but we're really shitty about keeping up with them. So, anyway, I'm not really excited for anything coming out right now. I don't give a fuck about Smash, as I've discussed at length before. You'd think I'd be more excited for Pokemon Omega and Sapphire and whatever the fuck they're called. That's how much I care. Pokemon is my favorite game series of all time, but I don't care about Ruby and Sapphire. I played them, but anyway, before I get off on a tirade about that, I actually wanted to ask the rest of the geeks what their opinions on remakes are. Because Steph kind of talked about the Majora's Mask remake that's coming out for the 3DS, and I will answer this next week, but I'm curious to know what the other geeks' thoughts are. Before I go on to too much of a tirade, like I said, I will answer my own question next week, as I am prone to do. But yes, other geeks, tell me your thoughts on video game remakes, especially on the heels of the Majora's Mask announcement and Pokemon coming out this week. Discuss. Anyway, and Baby J, I've been wanting to say this since you started, but I'm hoping since you're into the streaming thing and the Let's Play thing, that maybe sometime we could do it together. I don't know if you play League. I'm guessing you don't, because then you would have told me and Nikki that you play League. But one of my dreams is to one day get at least me and Nikki together and do a live stream where Geeks of the Week watchers can play with us. So, since you're the streaming expert, maybe you could help us out and we could teach you to play League. My hope is that it would be a safe space for people who aren't as great to come and play. Nikki blew past level 30 a while ago, and I've been playing for a year and a half, and I'm still in the 20s. So, I just want it to be a fun place where people can maybe come play with us. Think about it. Think about it. Let's make it a thing, maybe? I hope so. Anyway, Mario, I, like the other geeks, will do my damnedest to make sure that you cosplay someday. In fact, like, I no joke really want to do Krieger and his computer wife with you because my boyfriend won't do it with me, and Krieger's super easy. We just need to get you a lab coat and some beardiness, and I will be Krieger's computer wife for you. Clearly, I have a bit of a thing for pink-haired robotic chicks. Don't know how that happened. So, just whenever it happens, it's gonna happen, is all I'm saying. I don't know when, because we can't seem to meet up at a fucking con or anything to save our lives, but I swear to God it's gonna happen. Nikki, I already talked about how I can relate to your Harry Potter feelings. It made me feel like really a lot of things listening to you talk about Harry Potter. Listening to you talk about Harry Potter just makes me feel things, because you love it so much. You love it like I wish I still did, like I did back in junior high, but anyway, that's other stories for another time. Nikki, I just love Nikki. I can't do it with my notes. There's my notes. Excuse me a second. Anyway, Nikki also brought up the Digimon reboot, which I am curious about. As much as I love Pokemon, there was a brief time in my youth where I discovered Digimon and loved it like about a bajillion times more than Pokemon, and to this day I will say that the Digimon anime, at least the original and the second series, are like vastly better than anything Pokemon ever put out. But I went back when I was in my early college years and tried to watch the original series again, and I couldn't really get into it. So, as much as I'm not sure it needs a reboot, I will definitely be watching to see if maybe it can kind of help me recapture the same love for it I had when I was younger, because holy shit, I loved Digimon. I wanted in Matt's pants